It's March 18th, 2024, and I'm already trackside, heading to the Eagleville Lake in Mansfield, Connecticut to catch NECR's Train 608 on its morning run south. This train is a daily turn out of Palmer, Massachusetts, and this morning we'll be following it south as it works the industries in Willimantic, Connecticut. With the train already on the move south, I set up to catch it at the Eagleville Preserve, a local park next to the lake. My first glimpse of the train we'd be following today was on my drone's monitor, as I could see it coming around the curve at the head of the lake. Leading the train today was engine number 3039, a GP40-2 unit fitted with a Canadian safety cab. This line was once owned by RailAmerica, and 3039 still wears its paint scheme from back in those days, even though the line is now owned by the Genesee and Wyoming Company. The trailing unit is NECR 3015, another GP40-2 wearing a special paint scheme honoring veterans and service members. The train's consist provides a hint at where the train will be headed today. Those empty gondolas will be swapped for loads at the Willimantic recycling plant, and the covered hoppers will go to a feed mill in Franklin, south of Willimantic. The empty lumber cars will be left in Willimantic for the Providence and Worcester Railroad to pick up at a later date. The train is now heading to Willimantic, a few miles south of here, where it will stop to switch the Casella recycling plant. It's hard to get a good shot of the train in the plant, so I headed further down the line into downtown Willimantic, and waited for the train near the start of the Airline Trail. This trail runs on old rail grade out of Willimantic, and is one of several bike trails in the town. It's not the only piece of railroad history here either. A close look around reveals an old passenger car hidden behind a fence, as well as what appears to be an old railroad station. Time dragged on as the sun climbed in the sky, and after an hour and a half there was still no sign of the train. With my radio dead, I had no way of hearing the crew switching the recycling plant, so I quickly drove over to the plant to try and find the train. Sure enough, the train was still there, but it was not moving. I assumed it was getting ready to depart the plant, and so headed back to my previous filming location. However, before I could even get out of my car, I heard the grade crossing begin to chime, so I quickly set up for a shot where I was standing. 608 now slowed to a stop as it entered the interchange yard with the Providence and Worcester Railroad. I knew the train would have to drop some cars here, so I made my way to the far end of the yard to catch them leaving. As I approached my filming spot, I saw the train already heading past, but when I got there, the train had stopped on the main track. I assumed it had pulled out of the yard to clear a switch, and so stayed to see where the train would go next. Those empty scrap cars we saw earlier have been replaced by loaded cars, as is evidenced by their smell. The netting and wood chips on each car do a good job of keeping the contents in the car out of the air, but the loads often still have a bit of a smell to them. Soon, 608 pulled forward to take in the slack on its train. Then, the engine reversed back into the yard to drop off a cut of cars. The train stayed here for a few minutes, then pulled forward again to clear the switch. With the engines parked right next to the sidewalk, I could get a good look at engine 3015 and its unique paint job. This engine used to wear Genesee & Wyoming's standard black and orange, but it was repainted to this paint scheme in August of last year. It's been on this train a lot lately, which has been a real treat to see. Soon, the conductor climbed on board the train after completing his inspection of the train's remaining consist, and 608 headed south out of town. The train appeared to have dropped all of the lumber cars as well as 2 covered hoppers for Providence and Worcester's train NR4 to pick up another day. It's now headed further south to Franklin, but since following the train gets far more difficult after Willimantic, I made the decision to call off the chase. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like to let me know that you enjoyed it, and please consider subscribing. If you'd like to get notified the next time I publish a video, be sure to hit the notification bell so YouTube knows to recommend you my videos. If you have any comments, corrections, or things you'd like to share about the video, be sure to leave them in the comments section down below and I'll try and get back to you. As always, thanks for watching everyone, and have a great day.